This is another crypto scam story sent to me by a viewer in South Africa who lost 44,000 rand to a scammer. My viewer said, I was introduced to the investment company Trade Legit Crypto by Melissa Vick Mfo. She's my trade account manager. Her contact phone number is... To start my investment, I bought 4,000 rand bitcoins using a Luno account and sent them to their company mining address she provided. Within a couple of days, she sent me a text message saying my profit overran and my trading account level 1 is blocked. I need to upgrade to a classic account. I must deposit 10,000 rand using a Luno to buy bitcoins. I sent the bitcoins to their mining address to upgrade my trading account. We'll come back and look at what my viewer said in that screenshot a bit later. My viewer continued, I was told that I will withdraw my profit after 24 hours when my account is upgraded. Then, the following day, after 24 hours, when I sent a withdrawal request, they requested me to deposit 30,000 rand for withdrawal / release fee so that my profit will be withdrawn successfully. After I was done with all the transactions they requested me to do, they came back again and they asked me to pay 100,000 rand for 10% of my profit before they released my funds to my Luno. I refused to do so because I don't have any more money to deposit. After a day, Melissa texted me to send my banking details. I sent my banking details to her, and after 2 hours, she sent me a screenshot showing that my profit has been sent to me. The money didn't reflect into my account. Then, the following day in the evening, I asked her what was going on with the money because it didn't reflect into my bank. She directed me to text a phone number, her trading bank manager, to follow up. The manager requested my account number, and after a couple of minutes, he said my profit transferred was declined due to an unsecured transaction, so I must pay 65,500 rand to the state IMF because of moving huge funds from the state. I refused again to pay the money because I didn't, and I was not told about all this when I started my investment. My viewer finished by asking me if I could help recover the stolen funds. Sadly, of course, I can't. Nor can any of the so-called ethical hackers or fund recovery agents. They seem to leave comments almost daily on this channel. All they want to do is take your money for their non-existent services. They seem to hang out on Instagram and Telegram and places like that. Now, we're going to take a look at what my viewer was told, and also I will show you some of the screenshots that they sent and take a look at that trading website. Let's go back to the first screenshot. In this, my viewer says that they sent money to the company's mining address. Well, let's have a look at Bitcoin mining and see how much profit you're likely to make if you invest in Bitcoin mining at the moment. Here's a screenshot from a reputable site that shows you the amount of profit that you'll make from Bitcoin mining. Currently, as you can see, it's negative. You're going to lose money. I can't interpret that screenshot for you because Bitcoin mining is done in terahash per second. You'll see that on the left. I couldn't find anywhere that was selling Bitcoin mining contracts, so I can't tell you how much a 6.39 terahash per second Bitcoin mining package would cost. However, I did find somewhere that was giving prices for Ethereum contracts, although they say they're out of stock, so they're not actually selling them. Here they are though, and for $499.99, $500, you get 12.5 megahash per second. Let's have a look on that same website and see how much profit that would make us. Ethereum is another form of cryptocurrency similar to Bitcoin. It's not hard to see why that company is no longer selling their Ethereum mining contracts. If you were to invest $500, and if you look closely at the screenshot, that package had a 24-month lifetime, your $500 investment would be losing $1,000 a year. Now, I'll show you some of the screenshots that my viewer sent me. This was one of the ones that they sent. It's from that fake website, and it says very proudly, "We are licensed." Let's have a look at that license certificate. It says it's a certificate of incorporation. That's not the same thing as being licensed. That just means you've set up a company. What kind of company? Well, it claims it's an international business company. And it gives a number. I looked up international business companies and numbers, and I couldn't find anything that looked even remotely similar to this one. Often these companies use a blank real certificate and fill in their fake info. I think they just made this whole thing up, unless someone can tell me differently. It certainly wasn't incorporated on the 1st of August 2018, because look, I'll show you the WHOIS information for that site, and you can see how old the site is. The domain was registered on the 8th of April this year. It's 199 days old. Here's another screenshot that my viewer sent, allegedly showing that 1.2 million rand in profit had been transferred to their bank account. That's approximately 65,000 US dollars. Remember, my viewer's initial investment was 4,000 rand, then 10,000 rand to upgrade the account, and then a 30,000 rand fee to release the profit. That's 44,000 rand, which is approximately 2,400 US dollars. Is it likely that an investment of 14,000 rand, or 44,000 rand if you include the release fee, would have made a profit of 1.2 million rand in just a few days? It's the old adage, if it sounds too good to be true, it is. These crypto scams seem to be mainly aimed at young people, the generation who use Twitter and Instagram and Snapchat without thinking twice about it. I don't mean that in a disrespectful way. That's the way young people communicate these days. And so when they receive a message from someone that they believe is a friend, they don't stop to wonder whether maybe their friend's account has been taken over or hacked. I don't know exactly how this viewer was drawn into this crypto scam. I don't know whether they were contacted by someone that they believed was a friend, or whether perhaps they saw one of those adverts that seem to haunt social media from these fake investment companies. But if you know a young person who's at college or at school or who's just started work and is struggling financially, please make sure that they know that these crypto investments are always a scam, every single time. There is no such thing as a get-rich-quick scheme. You certainly aren't going to make lots of money investing in cryptocurrency at the moment, and very definitely not making large amounts of profit in just a few days. And now, as I usually do with these crypto scams, let's take a look at that fake investment website. And again, if you know a young person, or even an older person, make sure they know how to do their homework and do their due diligence. You should never invest in anything without doing your due diligence first. And if you don't understand what you're investing in, don't invest. Back to that website, we'll go to the home page and scroll down. And you come to a section headed, "What do our happy traders says?" Traders spelt with an apostrophe S. If English isn't your first language, you might not spot what's wrong with that. If English is your first language, you might see it. That's bad grammar. It should say, there should be no apostrophe before the S, and that, of course, is a huge red flag. So what do their happy traders say? Sandra Phillips is impressed. She says, "This is my first time trading online, and Trade Legit Crypto was so fast and reliable." Okay, one thing I often tell people to do is a reverse image search. Let's do a reverse image search on that photograph of Sandra. Rather annoyingly, the first thing Google Images wants to do these days is take you to Google Lens and then try to analyse the clothing that the person in the photograph is wearing. We're not interested in what she's wearing, so we're going to tap on Find Image Source. And here she is. The lady's called Fiona Reynolds. And this article is on the Deutsche Bank website. Now let's take a look at Charles Hanson. He's also a happy customer. He says, "I have met a lot of traders online, but BTF is the best I have worked with." Who are BTF, I wonder? Doesn't sound like the site we're on. Let's have a look for Charles Hanson, and let's see if we can find out who BTF are. We'll do another reverse image search, this time on that photo of Charles Hanson. Again, annoyingly, it wants to analyse his clothing, but I'll tap on Find Image Source. And here he is. That photograph seems to be in use on a lot of medical websites. I suspect it's a stock photo. Now let's see if we can find who BTF are. I've put part of that quote into Google. The bit that says BTF is the best I've worked with. And look what comes up. 2 more trading websites. Foremost Trade FX and Accent Trades. Let's have a look at them. This is Foremost Trades. Look who their happy customers are. Does that website look familiar? And here's Accent Trades. And look, they've got that same fake license certificate. Let's look at the bottom right of the site. It's on all those sites. At the bottom right, it says Chat with us. You can open the chat box and have a chat with them. Well, maybe you can. Annie tried it. She tried it at several times of day, on different days. But there's nobody there. That chat box isn't active. And now if you look, you'll see that every so often a box pops up telling you that someone, somewhere, made a large amount of money. Trading websites don't work like that. They don't tell you how much money someone else has made. And anyway, no one makes large amounts of money in an instant few seconds. It doesn't happen. Investments don't work like that. Now, let's take a look at their packages. Remember, our victim said that he originally had a level 1 account. He was told he needed to upgrade to a classic account. Can you see either of those on there? Can you see what the difference is between those plans? What are the different benefits? Why should you invest in any of those plans? There are no details. It's all made up. And if you tap on one to read the details, all it does is take you to the login or join page. Now, let's look at their contact details. Where are they based? What does that tell us about them? I've tapped on About Us, and I'm going to scroll to the bottom of the page. Their only contact details are an email address. There's no physical address. There's no telephone number. Nothing. I could carry on researching the website, but I hope you can see that we've done enough research already to show that it's just a scam website. It isn't a legitimate trading website, and you aren't going to make any money out of it. It's just someone trying to steal your money. I've reported all 3 of those domain names to their registrars. They might get removed, but the reality is that the scammers will simply buy more domain names and set up new websites. I hope you found this video useful. If you did, please like it. Please share it with anyone that you feel needs to be informed about cryptocurrency scams. Please comment down below. Please subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you again in another video.